It's been, I don't know, 3 months. I'm gonna play this again, finally. Oh, I changed a lot of things. Okay. It's probably important that I note first that for some reason my save file got corrupted, or I didn't save it right. So, a whole new group of the same names. You will notice Dany is ridiculously superpowered. She is a sprite now. Can't remember what she was last time. I think I finished with her being a baby dragon. But now she is a sprite, and she will ruin the game for another few worlds. Data is our robot who's built for speed. Chaz is just punching right now. He's got a ton of hit points, but not a lot else. And that's okay. Then we got Bbop, who chose not to really gain any stats, but he still has good spell selection right now. I'm trying to remember right now, too. It's been a while. But almost no hit points. So this ought to be fun. Let's see what everyone's equipped with. So I didn't talk about this before. Or maybe I did, but let's refresh. So there's different types of magi in the game, and they all affect resistances and attack power and magic power and speed and such. So the problem is they were coded pretty poorly in this game, so you can't, without a table, remember what it is that the magi actually helps you resist against just based off its name. You'd think fire might help you resist fire, or ice, but I don't remember what it helps you resist, and I'm not looking it up right now. But right now I've got Chaz has speed, Bbop has mana, Dany has fire, which actually also helps mana with fire spells, but she doesn't have any of those, so meh, still. And then Data's running around with defense. Probably could change him at this point, but I don't really have anything worth changing him to. So defense just ups defense, speed, up speed. The rest of them are pretty straightforward. Power is strength. So what else do I have going on here? I think we're all set on equip. Do I have any items? Oh, I've got stuff I should be equipping. Let's see, what do I want to throw on Chaz? Well, maybe nothing. Data seems to be all set. Stacking those bronzes. Rolling punches for agility purposes. Oh, I'm filthy rich. I forgot about that. So let's go check the shop, see if there's anything worth getting. If anything, I could go down to town and go buy the SMG and ruin the entire world, but that would be boring. I could buy some kicks. That would up the game on my robot and everything, but I really don't need to buy anything right now. Everyone should be well equipped. You know what? Let's go read about a local attack. Oh, right. We get attacked in this town. Let's throw Thunder, which is a group attack spell, but only one enemy here, so these are all single target attacks. And Dany goes first and kills everything. That's going to be a pattern. See, Ashura is all about conquering other worlds. We saw him down in the base town. He was trying to conquer that world. He had his forward fort. He had his dudes stealing from the temple. Well, let's just go to the end. Call this a day. Nope. Okay, Bbop. Throw some heals out there, man. Do a better job. So I'm doing this because now all my characters have full hit points, which means they stay at the end for free. Anybody following that will be playing my play-by-post version of the game, Pillar, please note I'm gonna fix that. Okay, so here's a bunch of armor. Again, I could probably get away with... I could probably buy some armor now, and that'd be a good idea. Just don't know if I feel like it yet. Let's get rid of those swords. Got some good cure potions. How is everyone doing in armor? Alright, you don't have armor. You don't need more armor. Chaz could use a nice new hat. Wouldn't hurt on Bbop either, for that matter. I could get gauntlets too for those that don't have the silver ones. Let's make sure we get a couple hats. Why not? I should save up for just next town, because I really don't need to be any stronger for this world. But whatever. Oh yeah, you don't even have a hat. Here, have a hat. Just for posterity. I don't think there's a difference. No, there is not a difference. Okay. You know what? I think we got a good enough start for all we need to take care of this world. So we're going to head west into the desert sandstorm. If you've played, you know what? I'm going to show the power of running now, since I've got high agility. If you played Final Fantasy, the original, you may recall the Yanakurm Desert. Oh, good, the dog's barking. So the Yanakurm Desert is a lovely place where sand swirls everywhere, but there's not... Basically, you're supposed to have the chime to get into the Mirage Tower and all that. This is kind of this game's take on that. Is the world is confusing and the desert's everywhere. Final Fantasy V has their desert. Seems like deserts love sandstorms. Oh my gosh, this is gonna take a while. But Dany will kill everything, because that's what Dany does. But now, this is after Game of Thrones ended, so everyone knows Dany's a monster. Right? Huh? See if Bbop can get in there. He can't. Dany's too fast. Nope. Dany's gonna be a sprite for a long time. So there is a way through the desert, but this is the really easy way through the desert. Is basically looking for this open patch and going through it. So I'm doing a lot of group attacks right now. Oh, I should have been... well, there's my first punishment for the day. Forgetting to constantly be saving. One of the joys of having a mutant is he will lose the bottom ability. Now I kind of wanted warning, but now I have 2 warnings. And yes, you can get the same thing multiple times, and no, they don't stack. So that's lame. Luckily, again, he won't need it here. But, yeah. Let's see. We'll let him Blizzard. Get his vengeance that way. Everyone else gets to actually do stuff. Winded the whip. That means he can't move. That punch was pretty strong. And the Blizzard kills the slime. Hit points! Hooray! Okay, this is getting old. The encounter rates in this game were a little annoying at times. So now we're in Ashura's town. That's Ashura. Just talking about that that goblin that became a god. Oh, the spy got caught. Important news. Lazy, just gonna pay the 25. Now everyone's back to full charges again, which will be more than enough to get me through Ashura's tower. A lot of the same stuff. Well, the saber's here. The saber's pretty beastly. If I was stacking agility and wanted a weapon that would actually hurt something. But I don't need it, because I have Dany. Guy with a hat on. That sounds like Dad. Spoilers, it's not Dad. Yeah, I'm just kind of walking around and looking at things. Just remembering the game. Yeah, as far as Pillar playtest went, it went nicely. Here I am, Ashura's Tower. So I kind of actually set it in Ashura's world, as some astute watchers may be realizing. Yeah, I think it went pretty well. It was fun. Seemed like people had fun. I learned a lot. Definitely got the sim working better than it did before. Found bugs I wouldn't have found through just testing it myself, which is always the goal of something like that. Also found places that I need to improve, such as, just for my own sanity, if I'm actually going to try to run the game, of doing things like pre-battle healing, counting ability usages. That didn't go anywhere near as smoothly as I was hoping it would. Normally I'd be running. I don't know why I'm fighting. Should talk a little bit more about how these things work. Oh, this is a big fight. So yes, Dany's using Thunder, which is, as you've noticed by now, a group attack. It hits all. Magic always hits all. Well, actually, all group attacks in this game hit the entire group all the time. I think, except for status abilities. Status abilities require you to roll against individuals. Now I've actually changed it in my version of the game, as I probably mentioned last time, but it was 3 months ago, that you can actually... Oh, we're taking damage for once. That's fun. Bbop's down. It's one of those annoying things about the targeting is somehow they still... Even though it's 50-50-50 all the way down the line, so it's a coin flip for whoever they're going to hit, still got the guy in the last row twice. But he gets right up afterwards, so it's okay. Cure himself, and let's get going. Nothing over there. I don't remember where anything is. Now, yes, as I was saying, group attacks, I've changed it so that the ranged type, for the most part, actually require rolls. Let's just keep running for a little bit. So requiring rolls is actually a little more interesting to me. There's that free saber that I knew was coming. Because it makes it so, you know, SMG doesn't just blow up the game. Because you can buy that in the second frickin' town if you have the gold. And it can level everything. Now, I'll probably move it in my game. But, oh, right. Mini-boss of non-mini-boss proportions. Because... Dany. Kaboom. Dead. And this has to do with meat eating. Let me get back to that. Here's Mask. He looks like Dad, but he's not Dad. Then he joins your party as your 5th character. I will be having 5th characters in my games. So that'll be fun. The NPC will be in the game. Haven't decided yet if I'm going to have NPCs do their own thing or get controlled by the players. I've got it coded to work for both. Oh, Blizzard. Oh, right. Mask has nothing yet. That's fine. I have Dany. Really not getting this whole not powering up thing. Alright, so Mask is equipped now. Let's go take a look at him. The hammer, a bunch of bronze stuff. But you'll notice his stats, other than the low defense, are all amazingly high. Higher than Dany. So he's actually able to take out Ashura by himself if you give him a better weapon. So status attacks in this game do roll through the entire group if they're group-based. I kept it that way for Pillar, but also made it through, so, you know, I think Magic I'm still allowing to hit everything, but some of the other games' attacks, mostly the ranged ones, do have to roll, which I think is just more interesting. Gives single attacks some more room to grow, you know, to show value. Alright. Oh god, I accidentally talked. No magic is good for Ashura. I'm wasting all of her attacks. Let's keep moving. Oh, I forgot how bad encounter rates can be in this game. You know what, we're gonna put that to sleep. Let Lizard get in here and do some work. Keep at it, Mask. That was kind of interesting. I think I just noticed that I was wrong about group status. It looks like it rolls once. Unless there was only one eagle alive. There might have just been one eagle alive. I better watch that more carefully. Here, let's try it again on the baby worms. Get some science going in here. Yeah, it just rolls once. Well, I like it better my way. I don't want to check just once. They should all get a chance. Then again, that does make statuses worse. I gotta think about this. See, that's part of this playtest, man. Figuring out what am I screwing up. While explaining the game. Kind of. Zombie's dead. Cool. Magic potion. Oh yeah! Stat raising. Magic and power. We'll hold on to those for now. Ashura keeps most of the treasure right next to him, if you'll notice. Oh, right, the silver helmet. I knew I had to find one. Oh, that's fine. We can throw it on old buddy Data here. Up his hit points and defense. Actually, let's throw on... Oh, I forget how much a bronze shield gives versus bronze gauntlets. Let's just throw on the silver shield. So now his defense is silly. I don't even think Ashura can hurt him at this point. He might need a few more points, but not many. Alright, let's make Mask capable of... Well, I don't need to. Normally, if you have a supremely underpowered party, like you're speedrunning, you just give Mask the battle sword and let him go to town. Because he can kill Ashura by himself with that. Now, he's saying no magic is good for Ashura because Ashura actually has O damage. This is where he's trash talking, saying he already sent dudes ahead of you to go inside Key, which is the next weird part of the game. Alright, let's prove that he doesn't get affected by magic. That'll be fun, right? Oh no, he's strong against thunder. No damage to Dany. And those punches are coming through real strong, so we'll let Dany try to put him to sleep. Data, why don't you go wind the whip on him? Bbop's got nothing to do. Bbop, heal yourself. This will be over in short order. Ashura doesn't have a whole lot that he can do either. Let's go back to the Colt. Between punches and hammers, he's going to go down pretty quick. Oh yeah, he can sleep. Well, he woke up. Good for him. Interesting that it gives you the is sleeping and woke up messages together. I forgot that it does that. There goes Ashura. Oh, I got fire. I'll take that. Normally I would save Scum here and get something crazy good, but nah. I probably will on Donatus, though. And that's why you don't give that bastard a battle sword, because he just runs out on you. Suddenly your team has teleport. Don't know where they got that. Certainly don't have it later. Key. What does that remind me? What says Key in a video game? Oh, the Drakes and Dragon Warrior. That's one. Okay, now we gotta go to the Giant World to learn how to micronize. Let's take a quick review here. So yeah. Man, Chaz almost has 300 hit points. That's really good at this stage. Alright, we got some good stuff now. Blizzard, Cure, Fire. You're noticing Blizzard's actually, because his Bbop's mana isn't going up, is actually starting to show its age. For the sake of the game, let's up his magic power. These potions will be in my game. They raise stats permanently on humans and mutants. So Chaz is now at 9, so he got +3. And 12 mana is +3 from where he was. So they're always +3. Hit point potions exist too, just not to the prevalence that they were in the original Final Fantasy Legend. Well, let's keep walking. Might as well. Easy enough. This town and its silly, strong items. So yeah, most of what I wanted to show here was Ashura's world, how quick it is to end him, and just how much more content I'm going to need to add to that world to make it of any value. Because, what was that, 10 minutes? Blew through the whole thing? Something like that, 20 minutes. But that was while putzing around in town for an extra 10. So you can see that there's not a whole lot going on there. You know what, no, I don't want to buy an SMG. Let's not ruin the game entirely. Besides, Giant Town has a bunch of cool stuff for others. You can throw strength gear on all of a sudden and start walloping on everyone. I'm not going to waste our time here, though. So I'm going to go get to Giant Town and stop and talk for a minute. We're along the path here. So this is the pillar again. Celestial worlds, traveling between. So, it's a great game for its time. Kinda lacked in some of the story department. Gotta flesh a lot of that out. And I will. It'll be fun doing it. So that's Ashura's world. We're moving on past. We can unlock this door because we've got more Magi now. Go find the next one. If I remember where I'm going. Yeah, this game has a lot of wasted abilities, I'd say. A lot of the defensive items just don't do what you'd like them to do. Abilities, period. Just don't do great stuff. So there's a lot of room for improvement. Let's go ahead and save there. So I'm up to 15 Magi already. Out of the game's 77. Oh, she's got Thunder now, so we're going to put that on her so her Thunder's even more powerful. We're going to keep mana on Bbop, speed on Chaz. And why not defense on Data? He doesn't need to do anything right now except absorb hits. Speed wouldn't hurt, but he's fast enough. So, save again. I don't know why. So yeah, that's kind of all I wanted to get done right now. My battery is apparently running low on my controller anyway, so I will stop it there. I do want to get into more of the finer aspects of the mechanics, talk more about why builds are the way they are. Guess I can do some of that now. With seeing Chaz here is horribly plain. Actually, this covers a good point for me. As strange as it is, with his hit points being as high as they are, his stats are pretty sad. Now, part of it is I'm not fighting a lot of fights, but you'll see that even if you don't fight a lot of fights, robots and monsters can take off to extraordinary strengths. They can reach end-game power without you really doing much of anything, just playing through the game. Whereas mutants and humans take a lot of coddling to get up to what you'd call an end-game strength. I'm going to have to work on that a lot. I even saw that in my playtest. I've made it so that you can gain stats in more than one stat at a time, and earn an ability inside a fight. You can't do that in this game. It's all, it's just one thing or nothing. And mutants get checked for skill gain first instead of stat gain, so they can be even more difficult to raise up. which is why you see a lot of saves coming if you're playing this game seriously. But, which it doesn't require. This game's not that hard unless you're like 8-year-old me who couldn't figure it out for the life of him and built up a pretty dumb first team. But yeah, it's a great game. I think the engine I've built off of it is a lot of fun, and we'll keep seeing how it turns out. I will actually try to continue this playthrough at some point, especially once I start figuring out better questions to be answering as I play. Maybe I should be streaming it so I can get questions throughout, but in any case, I think we saw in the playtest a lot of different abilities. I actually liked seeing how the stat gain abilities worked. So normally the agility minus or the agility plus abilities don't do a whole lot for you, but I noticed they were actually coming through pretty well in the playtest, so I'm kind of excited by that. I think the way they're working is a lot more interesting in that kind of format. But I definitely need to work on, well, now I need to go back to the status effect spells and see if I should just let it hit the whole group. I don't think so, but if I do that, do I start thinking the damage should go to the whole group? Or be rolled individually instead of hitting a whole group? I don't know. I gotta think about that. Yeah, so I do have some notes I need to do on storyline too. But for now, I think I'm going to call this playthrough where it is. And thanks for watching. I hope I won't take another 3 months to do the next installment. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you want to know. Alright, thanks everybody. Catch you later.